Hi, we're back. This is Crystal coming back to you with another great vendor who was there for the I Am Spark event that happened for suicide prevention, presented by We Care Partnership. And we have another great vendor who was slated to be there. We did get representation, but we want to hear from this young man because we understand it is his business. So tell us your name, sir.
My name is Roger Boswell. I am a resident of Garner, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I represent a company that specializes in age reversal, not age defiance, but age reversal using phototherapy, light therapy.
That might get everybody's attention. Everybody wants to stop the aging process.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So age reversal, how did you get into that?
Well, 16 months ago, my wife and I went to a local event, a bazaar, where we were able to do some shopping. There was a gentleman in the back corner that introduced me to the X39 patch and told me a little bit about what it can do. And I normally wear a hat that says U.S. Army, so he thanked me for my service, and we just got into a conversation. He gave me a few patches to take home to try. I promptly went home, put them on my countertop, and left them there. A week later, he follows up. He goes, "How you doing with the patches?" I said, "They're great. They're on my countertop." So,
Oh wow, that's funny. Like everybody gets a product when they meet somebody out public and they put it down. So that's exactly what you did. That's funny.
but follow-up was key. It really was.
Yes.
So I tried the patch. Now, for me, a little bit of my testimony is I had back surgery in '97 on my L5-S1 disc. Since then, the protrusions have now gone from T12 to S1. My entire lower back protrudes to certain points. I am considered, or was considered, a totally disabled person.
So back pain, excruciating
back pain. I was taking 120 milligrams of morphine a day.
Wow.
I was taking Tylenol on top of that, muscle relaxers on top of that, all to get it to a 2. And that's where I've lived for the last 25 years, a constant 2.
So, like they asked us when we go to the doctor, what is your pain level, 1 to 10? So when you refer to a 2, that's what you're saying. You got it down to a 2. Gotcha.
And they said that that's all they can do. They can't do anything more for me. So at the point that I was starting these patches, I was tossing and turning when I tried to sleep. Every 15, 20 minutes, I'd have to move. Within 3 days of those 5 patches, I was about an hour and a half, and that caught my attention. So I sat down with the gentleman that got me involved. After church, we went over and broke bread, and I told him that I'd like to try the patches for a month. And within the first week of that month, my back pain was gone. My hips, I was getting ready to talk to my doctor about surgical options on my hips. The pains were so bad. My legs were pins and needles every night, making it very difficult to go to sleep. And within the first 2 weeks, the legs stopped with the pins and needles. The hip pain went away. For those that are diabetic, my A1C dropped a full point from 7.2 to 6.2, and I maintained it 3 months later.
So let me stop you for a second. I just want people to understand. I know you, we're outdoors. I bring that up because in life, things happen in our life that cause us to have to make adjustments, and we adjust, and we have to also just focus on certain things. So I want you to focus on what this young man is saying. So I don't want you to focus on the bird or the passing cars or anything like that. I want you to focus on this, and I want you to miss the content because it's good information here. So the stem cells, you're giving me your personal testimony about this, but so this is a patch that people are going to wear. So
Correct.
The company, the name of the company again is?
Lifewave.
Lifewave. And how can people find Lifewave? Is this their website?
Well, there is, and I'd be more than happy to give that to you, but I do need to clarify. This is not a stem cell patch.
Okay.
It is a stem cell activation patch.
So it's an activation
Right.
patch. So you put the patch on, and it does something with your body. You're wearing a patch. Okay, so let's
you
zoom
put the
in.
patch on for 12 hours. 12 hours off, throw it away, put a new patch on the next day.
Okay.
What it does is it takes your body heat, focuses that light, because your body emits infrared light. It takes that light, puts it back into the body to activate or to elevate a GHKU copper peptide. Now, I'm not a doctor, I don't know what that is, how it works, none of that. All I know is it does work. That in turn will help to stimulate or activate the dormant stem cells that are already in your body wanting to go to work, but they're dormant. At age 30, you're only producing maybe half of your, or you're only active about half of your stem cells. At age 60, and I'm 63, you only got about 10% working for you. That's why it takes so long to heal when you're older. Because your stem cells aren't working for you.
So tell me this, because I never knew about the importance of activating a stem cell, okay?
It's new technology. You can only get it through Lifewave. There's no competition with it. Not for another 16 years. It's a patented product. It has to work.
So activating a stem cell, you did it for back pain. So individuals can contact you that have any kind of pain.
It works throughout the entire body. Everybody is different, so I don't know what it will do for others. All I know is it will do for others because I know what it's capable of doing. There are people, I could tell you, I tell you what, you wanted to know a website, go to this website, www.thisisitinfo.com. There's testimonies there. There's the patent is there. The doctor that created it gives a video on what it does. There's a doctor's panel of different doctors, chiropractors, internists, the whole gambit of what it's done for them and their businesses and with their patients. So everything that you need is on that site. Now, when you're done with that site, and this is something that you want to look into further, I'll do the best I can to answer what I can.
Repeat it, please, again, the website, repeat it.
www.thisisitinfo.com. My number to call me directly is 704-674-1071.
One more time.
704-674-1071. And again, I'll answer or try to answer what I can, but most of what you're going to need and what you're going to, most of what you'll have will be on that website.
What's the most remarkable testimony you've heard?
The biggest one that I've heard are two of them, actually, and I use them a lot in when I talk to people. There's a gentleman that lives in Alaska 6 months and in Florida 6 months out of the year. When in Alaska, he was diagnosed with leukemia, had blood work all over the place. Went to Florida, got involved with the X39 patch, and in 4 months went back to Alaska. Doctor asked him if he was seeing another doctor because all his blood work was normal.
Wow.
That's amazing.
So the stem cells did something internally and made his blood work back normal. So the leukemia was in remission or gone or something?
Well, all I know is that the blood work was normal.
Right.
Whether it got rid of leukemia or not, I don't know.
Right.
But I do know that it works differently in everybody.
Right.
And it doesn't cure. The patch doesn't cure anything.
Right.
It doesn't diagnose, it doesn't treat, it doesn't cure, none of that. It allows the body to work for itself.
So the second testimony that you mentioned?
Second testimony was a mother that had an autistic child that I believe the child was around 6 years old. Loved to go outside, swing in his backyard, but had to be pushed. Couldn't do it on his own.
Wow.
Loved to color, get on the floor and color, but always was out of the lines. Mother patched him, and I think it was within a year. I don't know the dates, but she's looking for her son, wants to know where my son is. And she looks outside, and he's swinging in the backyard by himself.
Wow.
And when he comes in, he can now color within the lines. So little things are tremendous things.
Yes.
So those are the two I use the most.
So not just age reversal, but I mean, not because at first you said this is an age reversal product, so it's
that's
bigger
what the
than
doctor
that.
specializes
Yes.
in, is age reversal.
So
But
how do people see the difference there with the age reversal?
well, there's studies that you'll see on the website I gave you. One study in particular is of a 77-year-old lady that had brain scans done as part of the test group. Now, there's our clinical trial tests that they have done with this product. For the purposes of those tests, they had put the patch in 2 different places for everybody on the back of the neck, which I also have one on the back of my neck, and on the below the belly button. Okay, those were the placements for the test. During this test, she was had a brain scan. Her brain was filled with inflammation when she started. 3 weeks later, it started to subside in inflammation, and 6 weeks later, it was normal. So it reversed her age of her brain. So, and there's a lot of different testimonies about different things that people have gone through. At a certain point, it helps to promote collagen. So you'll see the wrinkles on what most women have, or well, most people have, starts to tighten up, so you look younger. There's another website that you can go to that is phenomenal just for the results alone. It's called whathaveyouheard.com, www.whathaveyouheard.com. Go there and you'll see a lot of different testimonies. There's one in particular where a child about 12 years old cut his fingertip off. The doctors did not want to sew it back on. The mother begged them to sew it back on, and it died. The doctors told him it would die, and it did, but then it grew back. And not only did it grow back the fingertip, it grew back the nail.